So it's in the upright, it's happiness, it's joy, it is celebration. Some of you may be entering into December with some celebrations coming up. It's also in the reverse, so it's saying, for some of you, a third-party situation may be ending. Sometimes in the reverse, this can be like idle chit-chat or gossip, but I'm getting the positive side of this for you, that it's like, here's this stream of unbridled happiness, and you just have to put your cup out with everyone else and receive it, Virgo. So put your cup under that stream of happiness. It's a good time for that. Don't let, I'm also getting for some of you with 3 of Cups in reverse, don't let idle chit-chat or gossip get to your inner critic. Don't be one of the people, if there's any negative talk, don't be one of the people that is talking negatively, especially about yourself. It's more of a time of celebration and joy. And like often the 3 of Cups has 3 dancers on it. So it's a great time to participate in that. Is there any fear, doubt, or resistance, Virgo, about participating in celebration or joy right now? Do you feel like you often are so responsible and so duty-oriented that you may not allow yourself that freedom, that joy, that celebration? I want to encourage you that if you have any doubts, fears, or resistance towards celebrating, especially with friends, family, loved ones, allow that to yourself. You can still take care of your responsibilities and still enjoy, the holiday season and all the invitations that are coming to you. It's about balance. So find that, Virgo. Allow yourself that. Let's see what's coming up for you for December. We've got small medicine wheel, which is 10. I'll hold these up when I talk about them. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, along with 9 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Fire, inner strength. Vision Quest, this is 7. So this is normally the Chariot card. I'll look more at that in a moment. Sorry, that's 12. This is normally the Hangman card. This is getting a new perspective. This is like something coming to you. Vision Quest is insight coming to you from the universe that you're seeing through getting a different perspective. I'll come back around to that as well. 7 of Earth, depletion. Some of you may be feeling a little bit depleted, maybe financially. This is a crossroads card. So this is a card that asks, do I want to keep doing the same thing that I've been doing? Or do I want to change gears and do something different? Often this is the farmer card. So this is like saying, do I want to keep the same crop, or do I want to plant a different crop? So Ace of Earth, that looks like a new crop. That looks like you want to plant something new, Virgo. Let's keep seeing what's coming up, and then I'll go through them. 2 of Cups in reverse, so love opportunity, but you may have some fear, doubt, or resistance to receiving that in, with it being in reverse. Big medicine wheel, this is the World, so something coming to an end here, a cycle coming to an end. 9 of Earth, accumulation. Okay, the money seems to be getting better as the month goes on. Maybe some of you are getting a nice bonus, or getting to go on a vacation, or there's something that perhaps you've been saving up, or there's something that maybe some of you, your like CD deposit boxes are coming to term and they're appreciating, and now is when you get that turnover of the interest. 10 of Water, fulfillment, beautiful card for the end of December, Virgo. I love that for you. Then we also have Emperor in reverse. I think here it's called Grandfather. I think Libra also got this. And for them, this was about limitations, like old limitations that were handed down from a different generation. So I'll clarify what that one's about, but that's what it was for Libra. Old rules that aren't necessarily yours, but you follow anyway. And then 9 of Water, joy. Look at this. You have 9 of Cups and 10 of Cups, Virgo. End of the month. Beautiful season for you. One's called joy and one's called fulfillment. What else could you want? I'm just going to stop the reading here. No, I will, of course, keep going on, but beautiful stuff. If you're feeling at the beginning of the month, like you're just getting bad luck, you're just getting hard times, things aren't going your way, you don't feel inner strength, you just feel like you're just barely surviving, that turns around this month. You've got a nice turnaround, especially as you get this insight from looking at things a totally different way. For some of you, it may be leaving your job and working for yourself. For some of you, it may be that you want to live in a different country. This is an insight. This is a revelation. And it's towards the beginning of the month. So I'm going to say after December 6th, you may get some insight, some revelation, some sort of like aha moment of like, oh, this is my calling. This is what I want to do. This is my, I'm going to say go on a retreat somewhere, Virgo, or somewhere where you can just be quiet and think about your big dreams, and you may get some real sudden insights. This is Hanged Man. So this means becoming still and getting the answers from getting a different perspective. It may cause you to change course. With this 7 of coins, the farmer card, do I want to keep planting the same crop, or do I want to plant a new crop? Ace of earth, new seeds, new plants, new crop. I want to do something different. I don't want to do it this old way that is making this thing die. I want to do this new thing. Look at how abundant this is. This is like rainbow corn. So it's a new, fertile, abundant crop that you really get insight about. I'm seeing within the first week or 2 of December. You're like, I just want to do it. I want to go to Costa Rica and set up a bed and breakfast and have that be my job in my life. Or, I'm just throwing out there. You may have an insight that allows you to make a big change that's easy and fun and inspiring. I'm seeing during winter here, we get these lights. And here, that winter equinox is really special, or the solstice. It's going to be between the first week of December and the solstice. You're going to get this insight, Virgo. I don't know what it's about, but it may cause you to change course in some significant way. Maybe even in terms of your beliefs and what you perceive to be your limitations through old rules, old structures, old laws and orders that you may not even be conscious that you're following. Like it might be, for example, a belief may be the only way I can be rich and survive is like working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. That might be an old outdated belief that you no longer need. Or it might be that I have to clean my whole house before I can have any fun. That might be an old outdated belief. I'm not sure of what your family has handed down to you, Virgo, but it might be an interesting exercise to examine what are my beliefs and are those mine, or do those come from somewhere else? Because you do have 10 of Cups here. You have fulfillment and you have 9, you have joy. These are what is surrounding you. But the only thing that is blocking those here at the end of the month is this limitation card. It's Emperor, which is the controller, the father, the grandfather. It's actually grandfather. So I want you to think about your grandfather, if you knew him, or either of your grandfathers, and think about who they were and who you are and how you're different. Are you holding on to anything from your grandfather that feels like maybe it's a limitation? Because it's really limiting you, Virgo, from all this joy and fulfillment that you have so readily and so abundantly available to you, especially around the holidays, around Christmas. It is showing up. 9 and 10 of Cups is like the most amount of water you can have on 2 cards. Literally, this is the most amount of emotional happiness that you can have. So this is going to be a wonderful season for you in terms of holidays, enjoyment, fulfillment, but you have to let go of these old limitations that are not yours, that maybe came down generationally for you. And also let go of any beliefs that you have that you can't create what you want. This is Magician in reverse. So this is saying when you have fear, doubt, or resistance to being Magician, Magician in reverse says, oh, I can't create what I want. I don't have the resources. I don't have the tools. I don't have the elements. But you do. You can create anything you want. And you do have the tools, the resources, everything you need. You just need the singular belief that you can create it. The power of Magician is his focus. He focuses on one thing to to the exclusion of everything else. He concentrates and focuses and says, I will it to be. Abracadabra literally means as I speak it, so it becomes. Or I say it and there it is. So I think it might be an interesting experiment or exercise at the end of the month, Virgo, to say, what is it that I want? What do I want to create? What do I want to see in front of me? That's magician energy. What do I need to let go of that is a limitation from the past, maybe from my grandparents' generation? And really embody magician energy. Like, I can create this. This is the new, sort of like the new generation saying, you know what? I want to create a world that's green. I want to create, you know, the internet or whatever it is. This is the old way saying, no, you have to use bricks and mortar for everything that you do. That's a limitation. That's a limiting belief that maybe time has come. And that could be, you know, that could be what this medicine wheel, this ending cycle is ending. This is the old cycle. I read this quote recently that said, the past is where we learn the lesson and the future is where we apply the lesson. This guy's forward thinking. Actually, he's really in the present moment. That's why he's able to create, but he creates for his future. This is the one card, the I am card. So there may be something, Virgo, in the middle of the month that you want to let go of or complete. What lessons did you learn from your past that can maybe open you up to receiving more love? This is 2 of Cups energy. This is just called love. And this is exchanging hearts with someone. Are there any limiting beliefs or patterns from the past that you can let go of and ask yourself, what did I learn through all the previous cycles that I can release any fears, doubts, or resistance about, so I can experience something new? You know, Ace of Earth, new invitation, new gift, new opportunity, and Magician, a new start to something, a new wish fulfilled. So lots of good stuff here, Virgo. I mean, you've got 9 of Earth. You're going from, at the beginning of the month, it may feel rough. It may feel hard. It may feel like things are in delay. Things are going backwards. It's that Mercury retrograde. You know, you've got the wheel in reverse. Sometimes that can be looked at as hard times, things not going your way, time is like slowed down, or you want things to go faster than they are. This is 9 of Fire. Inner strength. You're feeling like, I can't access my inner strength. I'm not feeling strong. I'm feeling like I can barely survive. You get this revelation moment as Hangman, taking a time out, seeing things from a 180 different perspective, and you go from, okay, maybe I'm at a crossroads, maybe I don't want to do that old thing anymore, but look at what comes at the middle of the month. Accumulation. 9 of Coins. I've got everything I need and more. This could be, again, new job, new bonus, savings account topping off, just a return on a certain investment. And then it feels like things turn around. So I'm seeing the middle of the month being a really good time for you, but your insight will come at the beginning of the month. You may get a new dream, a new perspective, a new aha moment, new revelation from seeing things from a completely different point of view. And it will require letting go of some limitations from the past that more than likely are not yours, that come down generationally from a grandfather, potentially through a parent. And I see you making a choice, like, oh, I'm not going to plant that crop anymore, or that field is barren. I need to take down the old stuff so I can plant new stuff. And that's what this Ace of Earth is about. I need to plant a new seed. I need to plant something that brings me abundance instead of depletion. Instead of crops that don't grow, I'm going to choose something different so that I get this. I get this abundance. I get this growth, life. And, you know, for some of you, it's really going to be related to love. It's completion of an old cycle, and it's a release of any fear, doubt, or resistance as it relates to love. And you're exchanging hearts with someone else. So that could very well be what this new Ace is about, new beginning. I'm going to do something that's abundant. I'm going to choose abundance instead. And I'm going to let go of anything that feels like I'm not in control. I can't create what I want. I'm going to let go of limitations, beliefs that have been handed down to me, and instead experience this: joy, fulfillment. I mean, this is it for you, Virgo. Joy and fulfillment. It's your new choice. And all you have to do is let go, let that cycle close out. Look back, if you can, during the beginning of December when things may feel harsh and difficult. If you can look back to what was the lesson you learned in the old cycle, maybe it's multiple previous cycles, so that you can apply that lesson going forward. You will have a new beginning. Ace of Earth, abundant rainbow corn, you know, it's the new garden, and it brings you joy and fulfillment. But it does require you to let go of that old cycle. That's what this is saying. I'm gonna let that old cycle complete. End of story. Done. You know, major arcana, world, last of the major arcana. And then let go of these limitations. And then you start a new cycle. I mean, this is card 1 of the next cycle. Magician, medicine man. Healing yourself is what I really get, Virgo. You need to heal yourself by letting go of the limitations that were handed down to you, that you may not even be conscious of. You may have just been following rules that were generational, like get from your parents, of a certain way to do things. And I want you to consider what's yours and what's not yours, because you are the magician for your life. You're the creator. And you have all the tools and resources that you need to do it. You just have to believe in it, because it's in reverse. There's some level of doubt, fear, or resistance that this is you, Virgo. So it might be an interesting exercise to also write down, I am this, I am that. Magician is the I am card. So I am abundant. I am bountiful. I am creative. I am powerful. I am satisfied. Whatever your I am is that you want to create, you might have to challenge some of your ideas of limitations from the past. It's worth doing. So that's my reading for you, Virgo. Let me just clarify 1 or 2 cards here. I did want to, let me see, what are these limitations from the past about, this grandfather energy? What is that about? Please give me information about that for Virgo. Knight of Swords. It means like having to always rush in to save the day. You may always feel like you have to be the one who's rescuing someone, or you always have to be in motion. You don't always. What is the medicine wheel about? What is the world? What's the cycle that's completing for Virgo? 7 of Wands. Not always having to fight so hard for everything. This means like having to fight everyone off. 7 of Wands means defending your territory. You know, standing up but fighting everyone back. You don't have to do that anymore. That might be what you're completing, where you won't have to fight everyone off. And what is the aha moment for Virgo? Knight of Coins. So you've got 2 knights as your clarifiers. So this is a different way of acting. Knights represent motion and action. So what you're letting go of is having to be the rescuer, having to always be in motion. That's the limitation that's been limiting you. And then Knight of Coins, as your aha moment, it may mean that you can take things slow. You can proceed at your own pace. This was actually in the reverse. And so what I'm seeing with Knight of Coins is, Knight of Coins in the reverse is a very fixed, very stuck energy. It doesn't move. I'm getting the sense that you may be able to be more flexible and adaptable, Virgo. You don't have to do things the same way as you always have. That's the clarification on that. And it's going to be lovely for you to not have to always like fight other people off, like feel like you have to defend your territory, defend your space.